CBS.com. CNET distributed these little widgets that you would click on those sites. CNET would host the software on their own servers after they've tested it for effectiveness, after their editors approved all the copy and all the pictures, after they tested it thoroughly to make sure it worked perfectly. Then they'd allow it on their site, and they'd give people this widget because the more downloads that appear on CNET's charts. Because at one time, CNET was a very popular site, and they wanted to be on those charts, so people would say, ooh, the most popular download of the day, I want to be there. Right now you're saying, hey, a lot of other sites had that software besides CNET. Oh yeah, they did. It was co-branded with CNET. That's right. They made deals where they would distribute their content on sites like AOL, MSNBC, ESPN, Disney'sGo.com. Hey, now it's time to wake up. These SOPA supporters, most of them distributed the file sharing software and taught people how to use it. But before I go on, I have to explain something. File sharing software is perfectly legal. However, under the MGM versus Grokster U.S. Supreme Court ruling, they held that one who distributes a device, the file sharing software, with the object of promoting its use to infringe copyright, as shown by clear expression or other affirmative steps taken to foster infringement, is liable for the resulting acts of infringement by third parties. This is regardless of the device's non-infringing uses. In other words, you can distribute it, but you can't encourage anyone to use it to infringe copyright. And do you know what? CNET and CBS did just that thousands of times. Hey, you SOPA supporting music rights groups, listen up to this. Now here's one of those ESPN Disney CNET co-branded pages. And what do we see here? One of the MP3 Insider file sharing SmackDown tests, something they commonly did for quite a few years. Why did they use Britney Spears and Beatles and known artists? Disney, you put it on your ESPN site for the better part of a decade? Encouraging people to download and copy copyrighted materials? Why did you do it, Disney? Why? It doesn't make any sense. But why would Disney even have their own branded piracy software, branded for Go.com, one of their portals? That's right, the Walt Disney Company that's plowing millions into getting SOPA passed has a ghost of file sharing past. Their own branded file sharing service to get free MP3s branded the Go Network. And they use Scour as one of their search engines, and what do you know? They were suing Scour at the exact same freaking time. They were suing it and using it to help people procure songs. Disney, I thought you supported SOPA. That's right, guys, Disney's one of the key supporters of SOPA and enjoyed a decade-long distribution deal with CNET for all those downloads. Another one of the key supporters of SOPA, Warner. The Warner Corporation distributed this software through their AOL portal for years and made a bundle doing it. They distributed Kazaa, for God's sakes, BitTorrent. They did them all. AOL? Oh, no, you didn't, AOL, because you were part of Time Warner. They're leading the charge for SOPA. Why would one of the big entertainment companies, CBS Viacom, that's leading the charge for SOPA distribute this material? To create an aura of copyright infringement. So when they go in to see these lawmakers like these senators and congressmen, they're going to say, look at all the piracy. There's so much piracy going on. We know because we caused it all to happen ourselves so that we can control the internet. That's absolutely what happened, and you need to get this video through to every lawmaker in the world. I'm counting on you to do it. And you think that's not going to make a difference? If those lawmakers see this video and the evidence we have, they're going to say, whoa, these are all the people that sent lobbyists into my office this week about all this piracy. Why the hell have they been distributing this software for a decade as the exclusive distributors? The virtual exclusive distributors. Why would they do such a thing? They're doing it to control the internet, guys. And you have one chance to stop them before this all passes. And this is it. You want to be a hero, you get this to as many lawmakers in your country, attorney general's offices in your state, your senators, congressmen if you're in the United States, or the lawmakers in England, Australia, whatever country you're in. You're going to find out that CNET, ZDNet, that division of CBS, has offices in like 50 countries around the world. There's 50 different entities to sue for your country to recover damages. You have to get this video to every lawmaker in the world, even in your own country, because in your own country, I know your country's cash-strapped and they're going to come after you taxpayers like to get more money for their treasuries. Why not just sue the people that distributed the piracy software and caused all the piracy to happen? We've already been contacted by a half a dozen countries. We're giving them all the evidence we got, which is tens of thousands of pages, actually over 100,000, I think. It's hard to keep count. There's so much evidence. And all this evidence was gleaned from public sources on the internet. There's no secret hidden documents here. I just asked the lawmakers to drag these people into court, show them this evidence and say, why did you do it? How come you're here before us getting us to pass these laws when you were the ones that were the only ones that distributed the software at all and you profited from it? What did you expect was going to happen? They were going to use it to trade baby pictures? Hell no. Their own testimony in court for years in copyright infringement lawsuits said specifically the software was only used for copyright infringement. And they knew it. And they profited from it. And they intended for people to download it and use it for copyright infringement so they could go crawling to these lawmakers and throw hundreds of millions of dollars at them to get laws to control the internet and take down sites like YouTube and Twitter and Tumblr and all your favorites. And you're not going to let that happen. Alki David, the famous billionaire, has put up millions of dollars. And he's representing artists and writers that got wronged by this. You know what? They're going to get their damages from CNET and CBS. Big time. And we want answers, and we're going to get them. David has filed a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit against CNET CBS. And something you can do to help us out is we need people that own valid US copyrights that were infringed through any file sharing service. Contact Alki David through cbsusuck.com. Because if you own, say, 10 infringed works, 15, the college or university you're at probably has thousands of infringed works. It's $150,000 statutory damage per infringed work. That's a lot of money that you could be making, or your friend or dad or your university is probably cash strapped right now. So get busy. Help us find more plaintiffs because this lawsuit is going forward. Alki David's a billionaire and he's not stopping.